Hi, welcome to my channel Learn Operations Research. Today we are going to see the same topic, games and strategies. I'm going to explain games with saddle point with an example and games without saddle point, mixed strategies. Under this topic we are going to see a theorem. So let's come to this example, games with saddle point. Here this A and B represents two players, player A and player B, and here is a payoff matrix for them. How to identify the saddle point for the given example. So let us start the problem. Let me write down here in this tabular column this as player A, where these two rows I'm going to take it as player A's strategies. I'm going to mention it as A1 and A2. The column wise the elements can be assumed as player B's strategies, which we can assume it as B1 and B2. Write down the payoff matrix in these two columns. How to identify the saddle point is along the row wise we are going to find a row minima. Okay, row minima. Out of these two elements, whichever is the minimum element, you're going to write it here and mark that particular element with the asterisk sign. So among these two, 0 is the minimum element. I'm going to mark it with the asterisk sign. Among these two elements, -1 and 4, the minimum element is -1. I'm going to write down here and mark it with the asterisk sign. Along the column, you're going to identify which is the maximum element. So here we are going to identify column maxima. Among these two elements, the maximum element here is 0, and then after identifying, write down the column maximum element and denote with the plus sign. Among these two, the column maximum element is 4. After identifying, denote it with the plus sign. So wherever this asterisk and plus symbol meets, that is going to be the saddle point for the given element. Those strategies which the player A and B gonna use for maximizing their gain of player A and minimizing loss for player B is going to be A1 and B1. So this is how we have to identify the saddle point. Here you have one theorem in games without saddle point where they are going to use mixed strategies. The theorem is as such: for any 2x2 2% zero sum game without any saddle point having the payoff matrix for player A, A1, A2, B1, B2. These are nothing but the strategies that are going to be used by player A and player B. And the payoff matrix, we are going to give it in a common form: A11, A12, A21 and A22. So they are going to use an optimum mixed strategies, and we can denote it as SA is equal to A1, A2, P1, P2, where these P1 and P2 are probabilities. So it means that if A is going to use the A1 strategy, the chances of winning is going to be given by the probability P1, and if he is going to use A2 strategy, the probability of winning is going to be P2. Because they are going to mix the strategies, we are going to find the answer using probabilities. Similarly, for the player B, SB is given by B1, B2, Q1, Q2, which means if the player B is going to use the B1 strategy, his chances of losing would be given by this Q1, probability Q1, and if he's going to use the B2 strategy, the probability is going to be Q2. And you can determine the value of P1 and P2 using these quantities, where P1 by P2 is equal to it is given as A22 minus A21 divided by A11 minus A12, and Q1 by Q2 as another identity. And we always know the sum of the probabilities are going to be equal to 1. Here we have assumed for player A, P1 and P2, though, so P1 plus P2 will be equal to 1 and Q1 plus Q2 equal to 1, and the value of the game is given to be as this form. This is what we are going to derive in this theorem. So let us start the problem. The expected payoff matrix. So for first, if you are assuming for player A, okay, the expected payoff matrix E1 of P is going to be of this form. That is A11. If suppose B is going to use the strategy B1, we have this column matrix as the expected payoff matrix for the player A. So A11 P1 plus A21 P2. This is what is E1 of P. Similarly, E2 of P will be as, if the player B uses the B2 strategy, then E2 of P is given by A12 P1 plus A22 P2. Similarly, for player B also, we can write the payoff matrix, that is E1 of Q, assuming that A is going to use the A1 strategy. So along the row wise, you have A11 Q1 plus A12 Q2, and E2 of Q is given by A21 Q2. Considering the second row, it is going to be A21 Q1 plus A22 Q2. After writing this, the problem is actually the players are going to use the mixed strategies. So when we have to consider both P and Q, the expression becomes like this. E of P comma Q is equal to E of P comma Q is equal to, you are combining both. So it is Q1 into A11 P1 plus A21 P2, taking in account the first column, and then plus Q2 into A12 P1 plus A22 P2. So already we have the inequality like P1 plus P2 is equal to 1 and Q1 plus Q2 is equal to 1. So with these, we can first rewrite what is P2 in terms of P1, Q2 in terms of Q1, and again here this P2 in terms of Pn. So let me rewrite it. So let's keep everything in terms of P1 and Q1. Okay, we're going to rewrite P2 as 1 minus P1 plus Q2. I'm again going to replace it with 1 minus Q1, and then A12 P1 plus A22 into 1 minus P1. The next step is expanding the brackets, multiplying Q1 inside, and then we'll proceed with the rest of the steps. So it is A1 P1 plus multiply A2 inside, so it becomes A2 minus A2 P1. And here let me keep this 1 minus Q1 as such. Let us expand the brackets inside first. A1 to P1 plus A22 minus A22 P1. The next step, I'll multiply Q1 inside. So it is A1 P1 Q1 plus A2 Q1 minus A2 P1 Q1. And here you have these two terms to be expanded inside. First, let me multiply this 1 with all the three terms. So I'll get back the same terms. A1 to P1. So when I multiply 1 with all of these, it's going to be the same, plus A22 minus A22 P1. The next one, I'm going to multiply this minus Q1 with each of these terms. So we'll get minus A12 P1 Q1 minus A22 Q1, and then plus A22 P1 Q1. After this calculation, we can take the common terms together, that is all the P1 Q1 terms together. So I'm extremely sorry, here it is A11 and here is A21. Okay. So taking all P1 Q1 terms together, here you have A11 and A22. Okay. A11 plus A22, then you have minus of A21 plus A12. If you want, you can write it in an order P1 Q1, and the next term P1 term. Let us take all the P1 terms together. So plus A12 minus A22 into P1. Q1 terms A21 minus A22 into Q1, and finally you will be left with one A22. Here it is, plus A22. So after this, it need to be expanded a lot, where you have to get a lambda value. You are going to consider this value as your lambda. So let us assume that lambda be equal to A11 plus A22 minus A21 plus A12. So I'm going to rewrite the equation as E of P comma Q to be equal to lambda P1 Q1 plus A12 minus A22 into P1 plus A21 minus A22 into Q1 plus A22. So this is not going to help in any way to derive on these results, where my P1 by P2 should be this equation, Q1 by Q2 to be this form, and the value of the game to be this form. So to obtain this, we are going to do some more calculations with this constant term A22, where you are going to multiply and divide by lambda, rearrange the terms, take the common terms outside, and going to get the value of P1 and Q1 in the form of the above. So let us start with including lambda in the last term. So E of P comma Q is lambda P1 Q1 plus A12 minus A22 into P1 plus A21 minus A22 into Q1 plus A22, where in this A22 I'm just gonna multiply and divide this lambda. After multiplying and dividing it by lambda, let me write down what is the expression for lambda and do the simplification part. Until then, we are going to keep the rest of the terms as such. We are not going to disturb any of these three terms, but we are going to do the simplification only for the last term. So where you can keep this 1 by lambda outside as such, and A22 into this lambda is nothing but, we know that it is A11 plus A22 minus A12 plus A21. Okay, after this, let us multiply this A22 inside. So keeping the rest of the terms as such. One by lambda A22 into A11. I'm going to multiplying this A22 inside. So A22 A11 plus A22 square minus A12 into A22 plus A21 into A22. Again, this is not going to help in any ways. There is one combination missing, which I'm going to add and subtract and rearrange the terms, and hence we are going to simplify this. Okay. So until then, keep these terms as such. You keenly note the one combination missing would be A12 and A21 combination is missing here. So let us rearrange the terms as such, having this A22 square at the first term and minus A22 A12, this term here, minus, I'm gonna include this A21 A22 here. Yes, here actually it is minus. So minus A21 A22. Here we'll let us subtract and add the next two digit, A21 A12. A21 A12 minus A21 A12 and A11 A22. Bring this first term to the last. Just I have added A21 A12 term, add and subtract A21 A12 term, and then a small rearrangement of all the terms. And in the next step, keeping the rest of the terms as such. Here I'm gonna combine the terms like this, taking out the common terms. Here you can take a22. From these two terms you can take a22 common outside, so you will get a22 minus a12, and then from these two we can take a21 common outside, minus a21. If I take that common outside, I'll get a22 minus a12. And from these two terms, if we are going to take, I don't think we can take anything common outside. You can take okay, you can rearrange like this, plus a11 a22 minus a12 a21. There is no common term, so let us keep it as such. And then taking this lambda to this last term, probably we'll get the value of the term. So the terms are like this, lambda p1 q1 plus a12 minus a22 into p1 plus a21 minus a22 into q1 plus 1 by lambda into, here you see this a22 minus a21 can be combined, where this term a22 minus a12 becomes common from for these two terms. So let me take out this, plus 1 by lambda into a11 a22 minus a12 a21. So this is, if you compare it with the theorem, the statement of the theorem, you can clearly see this is nothing but the value of the gain. So the rest of the four terms are to be simplified now. So I've already worked out. I'll just refer my note and then write down the remaining things. Lambda p1 q1 minus p1 into a22 minus a12. I'm taking a minus sign common outside to bring it in a specified form of the book. So the remaining, let me write down as such, a22 minus a12 divided by lambda plus a11 a22 minus a12 a21 divided by lambda. So you need not touch this term now. Okay, so we are going to simplify only the first four terms. Here first you can take lambda p1 common outside. So if I take lambda p1 common outside, we'll get q1 minus a22 minus a12 divided by lambda minus, and from these two we can take a22 minus a21 common outside. So we will get back q1 minus a22 minus a12 divided by lambda plus the last term a11 a22 minus a12 a21 divided by lambda. Again, from these two you can take lambda p1 minus a22 minus a21. These terms can be clubbed together so that we get q1 minus a22 minus a12 divided by lambda plus the last term. Okay, now you're supposed to take lambda outside, so that p1 minus a22 minus a21 divided by lambda into q1 minus a22 minus a12 divided by lambda plus a11 a22 plus minus a12 a21. Okay, fine. After this, they would have told that suppose if p1 takes the value a22 minus a21, then you can expect a having a you can expect a to be having the maximum gain. So if we choose p to be equal to, okay, if we choose p1 to be equal to a22 minus a21 divided by lambda, we can ensure that a is going to you can expect a gain of at least this value, a11 a22 minus a12 a21 divided by lambda. Similarly, if q1 is going to take the value, if B chooses q1 to be equal to a22 minus a12 divided by lambda, then he can limit his expected loss to this, again to this value. He can limit his loss, because here E of P comma Q is going to be this expression. So our choice of P1 and Q1 should be like this, where P1 is equal to A22 minus A21 divided by lambda, and Q1 is equal to A22 minus A12 divided by lambda. So we already know that P1 plus P2 is equal to 1. From this expression, we can derive the value of P2, where P2 is going to be 1 minus P1. So it is nothing but 1 minus A22 minus A21 divided by lambda. Again, substituting the value of lambda as A11 plus A22 minus A12 minus A21 and doing the simplification part, you can get the value of P2 to be equal to A11 minus A12 divided by lambda. Similarly, you can get the value of Q2 to be equal to A11 minus A21 divided by lambda. Hence, we have determined all the quantities. We can prove that P1 by P2 to be equal to the same as that in the theorem. P1 by P2 is equal to A22 minus A21 divided by A11 minus A12, and Q1 by Q2 is going to be A22 minus A12 divided by A11 minus A21, and finally the value of the game is going to be A11 A22 minus A12 A21 divided by lambda. Hope you understood what I have explained it in English. If you like it, please do share with your friends, and also I would like to hear from you from the comment section. If you have any other doubts in any other topic in operations research, do comment in the comment section, and subscribe to my channel and click on to the bell icon to get notified whenever I post a new video. And thanks for watching.